Hi everybody, welcome to this new video tutorial using my usual expert advisor for the market analysis, the Forex market analysis. Today I will talk a bit in reply to some questions that I received about volumes, but as usual about currency and weakness, currency strength and currency weakness analysis, and showing you reports of another live example as usual. Let's start first from the platform. Actually, I'm trading, today is the 10th of January 2018, so please take a check to your MetaTrader platform to compare the values, whatever. As usual, I invite you to do that. And of course, I also show you what is occurring on a monthly basis in the market performance. So we can see here, actually we have this situation with Euro and USD weak, Japanese yen, New Zealand dollar are quite strong. We're talking about a monthly view. Aussie medium strong, GBP Swiss franc weak, and CAD medium strong. But then we go into the weekly, which is the more interesting for the trader, at least I use today, by comparing weekly and daily charts. We see that Japanese yen is the key for today, which was very strong against Euro, against Aussie, GBP and CAD, which are the trades that I injected. Also trading New Zealand dollar, because at this hour when I launched my trades, there was also some weakness of New Zealand dollar that anyway appeared to be much more strong than Aussie. Okay. And also in the daily, as usual, you can notice the values here that are showing CAD weak, GBP weak. Again, somehow the strongest is Japanese yen, and therefore I went short against with all the currencies against the yen. From a detailed statement report that you may notice at the beginning, I launched two units per symbol, so 2 units of Aussie, CAD, Euro, GBP and New Zealand dollar, and along the way I took some trades, some profit from the trade, which is this profit, consolidated profit, and also I had a floating profit that based on the last statement I did was at this level. Now we are about 200 euros more, and these are the points of profit made. Of course, as you can see, New Zealand dollar, please verify all the information, the data that you see. You can come back in the video and pause it and make your evaluations. A brief analysis on the currencies. So let's take 15-minute charts, and you see I went short with the CAD against the yen in this area, and then the price fell. Of course, there was this orange line as usual that I described in my previous 2 videos, a kind of threshold on which, if it's violated, then it enhances the probability that the price will proceed in that direction. As well, GBP, let's take it at 15 minutes, and we may see that the same behavior occurred here, even if the GBP yen started to fall already at the beginning of the ASEAN session and then proceeded further. Aussie yen, let's grab the 15-minute charts, which I don't understand why it's represented this way. Let's see in the 30 minutes. and here the same thing. Okay, bang around this level, and let me show you the two blue line and orange line, which are calculated from the previous day, and then this was the behavior of the cross. Then we got euro, same behavior, see the orange and the blue line, and then look how the price went down, then retrace it of course, but now it's going down again, and I don't know for how long, because I have to read the markets now. They are somehow reacting in a ranging phase. And finally the New Zealand dollar, which was the most harder battle, because New Zealand dollar has some inner strength, and in fact we can see the volatility and how the price retraced to above this level of this threshold after breaking it and then proceeding down again. But we are almost at the end of the European session at this moment, and then we have just the last hours of the American session. A few words on, let's first do a simple thing. Let's put all the time frames in a minute so I can show you and therefore answer to the question that I got as usual via email. Some of you are, and there were at least 4 emails that were asking me about volumes, so I decided to make a brief tutorial regarding that, because in real, even if I trade without indicators, the only indication that I use is volumes. That for me it's an important information in terms of activity that occurs at a specific price level, and that can help me to read the price action along with the channels that are built in my graphical module, that can give me a better idea of what is going on in regards to the level of price, and then how the price behaves after reading that values. Let's do, if I can, also a detailed report. Today the platform seems to behave a bit weird. I don't know if you had the same. I tried to make the upgrades of Windows, but it seems there is a kind of bug that doesn't allow me to make as usual but I will do it at the end, of course, no problem. Now we are having this account with this this value that is reflected here, and at the moment I was making this temporary trades in floating from open trades, and having this equity which is somehow reflected in the equity that I'm having now. Let's talk for a brief in regards to this module, this enhancement. You may see that there are some candlesticks which have this yellow dot, and basically we can just get rid of the volumes panel. Okay, I just started the platform some minutes ago. I was closing the computer, as I told you, for the upgrades of the updates of Windows 10, that sometimes it's very messy and can cause also issues with all the software that are related with getting some information from the network, and today is one of the messy days. Anyway, we see that there are these yellow dots that appears only in certain candlesticks, which reveal an increasement of the volume activity at a specific price level, and that can suggest a behavior of the price in regards to the fact that, for example, here had just been settled up another point, yellow point, and let's see how the price behaves towards this yellow point, which it's like if it was a bar here of volumes, but in real it's volume activity related to price level, okay, and also related to a channeling that it's designed by a formulation that it's taken from my expert advisor, from my algorithm. So this potential combination of determining levels of support, resistance, and fair price on the long term, medium term, and very short term, enhanced with the fact that I know, for example, that on this 1 minute candlestick, the volumes were here and the price went up, and then there was some volumes activity right here, and then the price started to fall, and now there is shaping. Can you see another yellow dot here, which is considering the volumes, even if we are not seeing them here, that are detected by the analysis of the algorithm rising at this price level. So instead of having a vertical analysis of the volumes, which are bar by bar, are positioned on the chart, on the very same chart we are observing, which is easier to make our considerations. Therefore, we see that there was a very high volume here that pushed the price up, but then at this level of support resistance of the short term, there was another volume activity that pulled the price down, and again around this level there was another volume activity that pushed the price down even more. But now we have to see if the price is oscillating along this line that is created, or if it's going to break this line and fall down. I'm really worried about creating now an account history, because I saw that there are some issues. Let's try again. Let's see if we are more lucky. Yeah, we are. So let's put the third. Yeah. So see, this is what is actually going on, and yeah. So when I do observe and analyze the markets, first of all, I always refer to the market performance of the currencies. I choose what currencies are strong and what are the ones that are weak, and then I open the related charts. In this case, we're all against the yen long, and GBP, Aussie CAD, Euro, and New Zealand dollar short. And then normally I was observing the the volumes in this area, but I found more profitable to enhance this graphical module with a subroutine that I created some months ago that puts on chart tick by tick and candlestick by candlestick when and where the volumes are appearing and occurring, so that it's easier to make considerations about the price ranging and floating and the oscillation of the price that could be significant also for some scalping activity, as well as for positioning our trades the moment we have identified the currencies that we have decided to trade. Okay, so for example, in this bar that just occurred, price opened here, went down a bit, and when the price was going up, there was some buying pressure. Price arrived to this level and then open here, the next bar, and there was some volumes activity at this level, and then the price went down, retraced, and then let's see what it's going to do to the next into the next bar. Of course, as you can see, we have level of support and resistance here that are painting because of the formulas that are calculated, yeah. And as you may notice, there are some coherences between the volumes and the rising of the price. Of course, if the volumes occurs in the lower part of the candlestick, can mean that there is some buying activity, and if the volumes occurs in the upper part of the candlestick, like here for example, it means that there could be some selling activity. Recapping a bit, we had in the 30-minute time frames, I got the trades in this area for as regard New Zealand dollar yen, and the price went down after breaking this this orange line of channeling calculated in relation to the activity of the price action of the previous day. Same situation for the euro yen, same situation for the Aussie yen, same situation and much more enhanced because of the values of GBP and yen that now are somehow reverting. As you can see, GBP is getting strong and Japanese yen is weakening a bit, and also here is weakening, so I better close. And but let's see, let's give it some time a bit more. And also CAD as this this very fallen situation. Okay, so I will now finally, and let's hope to get yeah, we can do that. So let's attempt to close our trades for today and make a final detailed report. It's not making any final detailed report. Today is behaving very, very weird, and I think there is an issue with let me also just close Let's do it again. I don't know what's going on. It's like there is an issue with Windows that doesn't allow me to create. Let me do a little trick. Let's get rid of some memory of I beg your pardon for this, but it's for me, it's sometimes I have to deal with this situation when, okay, we got it finally. So I will not go again into this because you already saw all the situation of the market, and then you can always go back with the video and replay that. So at the end I made only these trades today, all injected between 7:15, 8 and 8:30, so this morning, and the final balance was this, coming from this situation before. So enhanced, I could have closed a little bit earlier, but as I told you, there are some times that I have to deal with the operating system, and this is not only for my case, but in general. I can give you also this suggestion: when you have issues with your MetaTrader that it looks like it's not working or there are some issues, always check if you made all the updates of Windows, and there was an update actually to do, so I had to close the platform, made the updates, reboot the computer, and then finally rerun everything. So I wanted to do this before the ending of the European session. But anyway, even in this case, this is a quite nice statement that with only 10 trades, in real there are 5 trades, because we traded again Aussie CAD, Euro, GBP and New Zealand dollar against the yen, selling the base and buying the quote. And there was an interesting amount of pips by selecting these currency pairs among the 28 possible crosses that normally any broker can provide us for trading. The fact that by having the volumes now enhanced in the charts, instead of reading them bar by bar, but reading them along with the price level, can even enhance even better the reading of the price action once we have selected the currency pairs. Volumes, that is the way that I read the volumes, and by having implemented the algorithm, now I will do some extra testing because of the subroutine. I just took this subroutine that I created some months ago, and now I have implemented again in the graphical interface. Now I have only to optimize that, but by having that, it was even more enhancing, because instead of making everything by visual calculation from the line below of the graphical representation of the values to the price action, I have it directly on my chart. I hope that this video gave you some extra inspiration even on how to read the volumes related to the price action and to the levels of support, resistance. And for any other questions, feel free as usual to write me or contacting me via Skype. Hope to have time to do that, because I'm quite busy and not always I have time for that, but as soon as possible. Especially I would give priority anyway to those who are very clear in their questions and not making some basic questions that are very hard to make interpretations. So please be precise in your question, and if it's possible, if I have knowledge on that, I will reply to you as soon as possible. Thanks for watching, for subscribing and supporting this channel, and have a good trades and have a good day. Time and space. Bye.